ditch the 9 to 5, run your own business from like anywhere. That's the dream, right? And that's what Mike Vestil's all about. Today, we're going deep on how he built this whole online empire thing.
You know what I find interesting about Mike? He's not about like the Lambos and the whole get rich quick thing.
Yeah.
He really wants to help people, achieve success, whatever that means for them.
It's about the freedom and the impact, right?
Yeah.
Not just the money. So who is this guy?
Well, he's more than just an entrepreneur, author, YouTuber.
Right.
And he shares his whole journey, the good and the bad.
He's real. That's got to be refreshing for people.
It is. He's not afraid to talk about the challenges. I think that's what makes people trust him.
It's that authenticity.
Yeah.
But there are so many like online business gurus out there. What makes his approach different?
He blends those practical business things with a lot of personal development. He thinks you can't have one without the other.
I see.
He talks about the abundance mindset, the idea that there's enough success out there for everyone. And you got to believe in yourself to get it.
So it's not just, learning the tactics of dropshipping or whatever, but having the right mindset.
Exactly.
That's huge. A lot of people miss that part, I think.
Yeah.
How does he actually help people with that? Like specifically?
Well, one thing he really emphasizes is getting rid of limiting beliefs.
Oh, interesting.
He actually has his students write down all the negative thoughts they have about themselves, and then they have to challenge those thoughts,
Oh.
It's like recognizing that our thoughts actually shape our reality.
It's powerful stuff, not just positive thinking. It's deeper.
Rewiring.
Yeah. So we've got that personal growth piece, but his reach goes way beyond that, right?
Oh, yeah. His influence is massive. YouTube, blogs, courses, social media. He's everywhere.
Yeah.
And his Internet Lifestyle Academy.
Right.
Students from all over the world learning to build these location-independent businesses.
It's like a global tribe of entrepreneurs he's built. And that community seems to be a big part of why people love him.
Right. It's not just the info he gives, it's the support.
Right.
He's super active,
Yeah.
Engaging, answering questions, encouraging people. It's that personal thing that sets him apart. It's like you're learning from a friend, not just some,
Faceless expert.
Exactly.
I get that.
Yeah.
Especially online. It's easy to feel isolated. So let's wind a bit. How'd this all start for Mike? I mean, it wasn't always like this.
He started drop shipping on platforms like Shopify. He found his niche setup shop, and he was honest about, the struggles.
Something that resonated with people.
He talked about learning everything from scratch and making tons of mistakes in the beginning.
It's encouraging to hear that, right? Even someone like Mike, who's so successful now,
Yeah.
had to fumble through it at first. But he didn't just stay with drop shipping, did he?
No, he didn't. He saw an opportunity in affiliate marketing. That's become a big focus for him now. He realized he could use his audience and his platform to promote products he liked, and earn a commission.
Interesting. So it's like instead of just selling his own products, he's recommending other people's products and getting a cut. What were some of the challenges of going from drop shipping to that?
One of the biggest was, how to choose and promote the right products, the ones that would really connect with his audience,
Yeah.
He had to find a way to vet products, make sure they were good quality, and fit his brand.
It makes sense. You don't want to just recommend anything.
Yeah.
Especially when your name's on it. Sounds like a whole new set of skills he had to learn.
Oh, absolutely. And he's very open about sharing those skills. He's got a whole course on affiliate marketing, breaks it all down.
Cool. So we've got the drop shipping, the affiliate marketing, the personal brand. He's doing a lot. What's the common thread through it all? What's the secret sauce?
I think there are 3 things. First, he's totally committed to personal growth. Always learning, evolving, trying to be better.
We've talked about that. It's huge for him.
He's generous. He shares what he knows.
Right.
He could easily keep it all to himself and charge a fortune, but he's always giving out free content. On his YouTube, his blog, makes entrepreneurship accessible,
He's kind of democratizing it.
Yeah, exactly.
Anyone can do it, regardless of where they come from or what they have. That's amazing. What's the third thing?
He's adaptable. He's not afraid to, experiment, try new things, change direction when he needs to.
That's important.
The online world's always changing. You got to change with it.
Can't get stuck in your ways. Got to stay ahead of the game.
Yeah.
So personal growth, generosity, and being adaptable. Powerful stuff.
Yeah.
And anyone can learn these things, right?
Absolutely. Anyone.
Mike's story proves it. He started with almost nothing. And now look at him. He's not just talking about it, he's living it. That's what makes it so inspiring,
Yeah.
Anyone can achieve great things. You just got to put in the work, embrace the journey, never stop learning.
Couldn't have said it better myself. It's interesting, right, how this ties into like the big picture of entrepreneurship. It's not just about building a business anymore. It's about the lifestyle,
Crafting a life you want on your terms.
Yeah, exactly.
And Mike's like the poster child for that. You can have a successful business and, the freedom to travel, spend time with family, whatever matters to you.
He's proof. But he makes it clear it doesn't happen overnight. It takes effort, consistency. You got to be willing to learn.
Yeah.
And bounce back when things go wrong.
He's real about it. It's not all sunshine and roses.
Yeah.
Speaking of challenges, the online world, it's constantly changing. How is Mike kept up, adapted?
He's really good at embracing new platforms.
Sure.
Technologies, like take TikTok. He was one of the first to really use it, saw the potential to reach a bigger audience. He wasn't afraid to jump in and experiment, even though it was totally different from, what he was used to.
That's that adaptability, right?
Well,
it's easy to stick with what you know, but
right.
The online world rewards those who are, trying new things.
Totally. He also understands data. He's always analyzing his results, tracking metrics. He uses that to tweak his strategies. It's not just about following trends. It's about understanding what works for him, for his audience.
So it's like being strategic.
Yeah.
Data-driven.
Yeah.
Not just chasing whatever's shiny and new. Okay, so we talked about personal growth being like a core principle for Mike. Why is that so crucial, do you think?
Building a business, it's not just, the external stuff. It's an internal journey, too.
Yeah.
You're constantly facing these challenges. You're making tough decisions. You're pushing yourself.
Yeah.
If you're not growing personally, your business won't either.
Can't pour from an empty cup, right? Got to fill yourself up first.
Exactly. And Mike talks about this growth mindset, Challenges become opportunities. You learn from them. It makes you more resilient.
Right. I think a lot of people get hung up on the fear of failure.
Oh, yeah.
But for Mike, it's like failure is just part of the process.
Yeah, he's got this story he tells about how he lost like a ton of money in one of his first businesses.
Yeah.
But he didn't, give up. He figured out what went wrong, learned from it, and came back stronger. He uses it to teach his students that setbacks happen. It's how you deal with them that matters.
It's a powerful way to look at it. Failure's not the enemy, it's a teacher.
Exactly. It all goes back to personal growth. Every challenge is a chance to, level up.
Become a better version of yourself.
Yeah.
We got to talk about community, too. Mike's built a super loyal following. How's he done that? What's the secret?
He's real. He's accessible. He makes people feel like they're part of something. He responds to comments, does those live Q&A things. He even shares personal stuff.
So it's not just about the information.
Nah.
It's a human connection.
Exactly. It's those relationships. And that makes the community strong.
Yeah.
They support each other, encourage each other, celebrate wins together. Especially important for entrepreneurs, I think, because they can feel
isolated.
Yeah. He's created this space where people can, connect. It's pretty powerful. It speaks to that basic human need for connection. We all want that.
Totally. And by building that into his brand, he's not just helping his audience, he's creating like this deep loyalty.
It's good for everyone. Shows you what can happen when you build a business on, real connections and shared values.
This has been really eye-opening. I'm seeing so much we can learn from him.
Me too.
But let's get a bit more, tactical. What are some specific strategies he uses to actually build a business? He started with drop shipping, then went into affiliate marketing. What are some takeaways there that our listeners can, use?
One of the big things is niche selection.
Yeah.
He says, find a niche you love. Something with a market, where you can actually make money. It helps you focus. Target your marketing better and build an audience who actually wants what you're offering.
Right. It's easier to stand out in a smaller pond. Become the go-to person for that one thing.
Exactly. He also says, build an email list from day one.
The email list.
He thinks it's the most important thing for an online business. You build those direct relationships. You're not relying on social media, which can, change the rules whenever they want.
You own your audience.
Exactly. And he's got tons of advice on how to, build that list, create content, and keep people engaged. What about drop shipping specifically?
Yeah, let's dig into that. What are some of his insider tips?
Choosing the right suppliers is huge. He says work with people who are reliable.
Makes sense.
Quality products, fast shipping. That keeps customers happy and they come back for more.
You don't want to be stuck with like bad products or slow shipping. That's a recipe for disaster.
Exactly. He also says focus on your brand. Create a unique experience. It's not just about having the lowest price. You got to stand out. Give people a reason to choose you.
It's like the emotional connection piece.
Yeah, exactly. He gives a lot of tips on how to do that, like telling your brand story, providing awesome customer service.
Okay, what about affiliate marketing? Any key strategies there?
Trust is huge. You have to be honest with your audience. Only recommend things you actually believe in. People can tell if you're faking it.
Makes sense. You're putting your reputation on the line.
Yeah. He also talks about providing value. Don't just throw a link out there. Create content that's helpful, informative, entertaining, then weave your affiliate recommendations into that.
It's got to feel natural, not like a sales pitch.
Exactly. He's got a lot of creative ideas for that, like writing reviews, making comparison guides, showing how you use the products.
Man, this is great stuff.
Yeah.
I'm already thinking of ways to use this.
That's awesome. And remember, Mike's always learning too. He encourages everyone to do the same. So don't be afraid to experiment, Find what works for you.
It's amazing, right, how much we've learned just from, looking at Mike's story. He's not afraid to jump into like new things and change with the market. That's a big lesson right there.
It is. It shows that growth mindset. He doesn't see limits, just possibilities.
And that's contagious. It makes you want to like push yourself further.
It does. It's like he's saying dream big, and then he gives you the tools to actually make it happen.
Right. And he always says success, it's not a one-person show. You need a good team, a community. He's all about collaboration, not competition.
Which is cool, because so much of the online business world is like, crush the competition, be the best.
Yeah, it's cutthroat.
But Mike's, his approach is different, more, community focused.
He's got that saying, a rising tide lifts all boats.
Yeah. He believes that by helping others, we all win.
Makes sense. Create a better environment for everyone. Okay, so as we wrap up this deep dive, let's summarize what we've learned. What are the big takeaways, the things our listeners can, apply to their own lives?
The first thing is that growth mindset. Be open to learning, experiment, get out of your comfort zone, and don't be afraid to fail, because failure, it's just, feedback. It helps you grow.
Yeah, it's about changing how we think about failure. It's not the end, it's part of the process.
Exactly. Second, be generous. Share what you know. Help others succeed. You get back what you give.
Like karma.
Yeah, and Mike, he lives that. Always sharing content, answering questions, supporting people.
He's a good example. What else?
Be adaptable. Things change fast, especially online. So be willing to, shift gears, try new strategies, learn new tech.
Being able to adapt is important, no matter what you do. Is how you deal with like the craziness of the world today.
So true. And last but not least, build real connections. Surround yourself with people who support you and push you to be better.
That's what Mike's done with his community.
Yeah.
And it's clearly working for him. It's that sense of like belonging, having a shared mission. It keeps you going.
It does. So there you have it. Growth mindset, generosity, adaptability, and those connections. Those are the things that have made Mike successful. And they can work for you too.
This has been awesome. Really inspiring to see how someone like Mike, starting from nothing, built this amazing business. And he's actually making a difference.
It is inspiring. It shows us that we can all create our own success stories. It's not about, luck. It's about your mindset, your effort, and being open to the journey.
So to our listeners, take what you've learned today and, use it. Whether you're an entrepreneur, a business owner, or just someone who wants to make the world a better place, there's something here for everyone.
Go check out Mike's work, play around with these ideas, see where it takes you. You might be surprised at what you can do.
And remember, even the biggest journeys start with one small step. So take that step. Who knows? Maybe someday we'll be deep diving into your story.
That's it for this deep dive. Until next time, keep learning, keep growing, and keep building a life you love.
Thanks for listening, everybody.